Hello there, and welcome to Two Ordinary Nerds, a podcast where two ordinary nerds talk about ordinary nerdy things. With me is my host, Daniel. Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Mr. Lewis?
I'm good, man. Just...
How's your week been so far?
Looks good. Kind of sad that The Walking Dead's over, but...
partially over?
Partially over, but not really. It was a phenomenal It was a phenomenal finale. They didn't leave us hanging like a bunch of dicks. So it was pretty good. How about you?
My week went pretty good, actually. We went to Oklahoma. We went horseback riding. It was a lot of fun. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking on some Free State Wheat State Golden. It's their wheat beer. That's pretty good.
It's from Lawrence, Kansas.
Lawrence, Kansas. Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
There you go. I'm drinking it's called Leaf, L-E-F-F-E. It's a Belgian blonde. It's really good. It has a lot of flavor. It's not your typical blonde, but I think this is what it's supposed to taste like. I give it a 4 stars, four beers.
I'd give it 4. It was good. It has a lot of full flavor on it.
Mm-hmm.
My wheat state, I'd give it 3.5.
It's
definitely not a copperhead.
No.
But it's
not Oktoberfest either. That's also really good.
But
it's a good beer.
It's good. It's not. I would say Boulevard Wheat's better for sure.
I would agree.
So
what are you excited for?
I don't know. I got a lot of stuff in 2017 that I'm excited for.
All right. Well, let's tickle your pickle and just start this episode.
Oh, tickle my pickle. Music.
All right.
Oh, although we forgot to mention, this is a rough one. This podcast, but seriously, this podcast is our subscription got revoked. MeUndies isn't sponsoring us anymore. So 1, this means they're not paying for us, and 2, this means our listeners are going to have to start providing us underwear.
That is true. Like mine has a lot of holes, and it's not made of that silky material.
And we're starting to smell homeless. So go to www.twoordinarynerds /feed our panties.
And please donate the minimum of $100 to $1,000. And
$100 to $1,000 or $100,000.
It's up to you. We know the economy is tight, so we
understand if you can only do $100, that's fine. We won't judge you.
$100. I like to think of it $100 per show. So
yeah.
So if you listen to more than one of our shows, just give us $100.
Yeah. If you like they say in Dan Carlin's podcast, if you like the show, give $1. But
well, ours have a lot more research.
Yeah. Well,
we go in much more depth.
We have more research. We're more spontaneous. We're funnier.
Yeah, and our voice is much more deeper.
If you need to, you kind of want to pay for the comedy.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, we talk about a lot of nerdy stuff, a lot of serious topics about.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're listening,
you know what serious topics we're talking about.
So let's start with Walking Dead, and then we can finish up with whatever excited. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't need to talk about Vikings this week.
Nah.
All right.
That's how good the episode was. Like, we don't need to talk about it. If you've seen episode 1, you basically see episode 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Walking Dead this week definitely was a great finale. Spoilers, obviously. I really liked the ending. Well, first off, I like Daryl. I like Jesus helping Daryl escape. That was really cool. And I really like how smart he is, how he has different, okay, here's a match. Follow the match book. Follow this, and then this will lead you to the bike. He gets on his bike. That, if you notice, that's his motorcycle. Yeah. And then poor fat Joey.
Who do you think helped him?
It was Jesus.
No, but it gives him the letter with
Jesus did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jesus got out, and then he, if you saw the end of the last episode, he goes into Sanctuary as Negan's leaving to take Carl home.
Yeah, but it's not implied that he helped him. It's like a message.
No, he is the one who helped him. That's why they were at the hilltop, because Daryl didn't know about... Oh, wait, no, Daryl did know about the hilltop, but Jesus was there at the Sanctuary, and that's how he got out. Because if you watch, he's beating Joey to death, and then Jesus comes up.
Yeah, but that doesn't imply that he helped him escape.
He did. Yeah, it was.
How you know?
Because it was him.
You don't know that.
Yes, it was him.
There was a little letter with a little with a key in it.
He's the one who did it.
So why would he just open the door and let him escape?
Because at the end of the episode, you also see Jesus there, and because Daryl sees Jesus on top of the truck when Negan's about to leave, and then as they pan the camera up, Jesus is off the truck, and Daryl saw Jesus, and Jesus saw Daryl, working in the pit.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. I wanna know, who do you think the guy in the boots is?
I don't know. I honestly think my guess is I think it's one of the girls. I think it's that girl that was helping Tara out.
I got a sensation that it's the what is it?
Dwight?
Yeah, Dwight.
It could be Dwight.
I think it's Dwight, and I think it's Dwight. I think he's gonna betray Negan.
I would say, I don't want to say any comic book spoilers for that.
Well, yeah, that's what I think. I think it's gonna be Dwight or the Whispers.
Yeah, they've already commented on that. They said that right now it's just they have to get through all out war right now. And that's what they're focused on. They're not. It's too early for the Whispers.
No, I think it'll be fun if they actually start putting like extras in the back with the mask on.
Speaking of Whispers,
don't you think?
They had a decent twist this time. That's going to kind of change it up because I understand how you say it's monotonous, but they had in this. I got the 5th comic for the spread that I'm making or whatever, putting the collage. And basically, they have the Whisperers attack the hilltop, burn the hilltop to the ground, and they've been having issues with the Sanctuary because obviously Negan's not in charge of the Saviors anymore, but they're still there. And they used to work...
Is Dwight in charge?
No, he was, but he quit. He's just with Rick now. They kind of do their thing. But fucking Kyle. But they, basically the Saviors took a horse from one of the people at the hilltop.
But what's the twist?
Well, that's what I'm getting.
Without spoiling the books for people who are not reading.
Well, the twist is that the Saviors are going to wait until after the Whisper War is done because everyone at the hilltop and Alexandria are going to be weakened, and then they're going to attack and try to take over and kill everyone.
Huh. Okay, stuff.
I really am interested because they are making it a big deal about who's the person. They said Kirkman said on Talking Dead that we'll probably find out the first episode.
Oh, really?
What happens if it's a new group?
It'll be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. Or they diverge or change a little bit from the comics.
Yeah. That'd be cool if they had like a different group.
I always thought it would be fun if they more or less integrated in the Fear of the Walking Dead. But maybe having the last season of the Fear of the Walking Dead connect to the Walking Dead in that way.
They say they're not going to do that, but I could see them definitely. If Fear is taking a hit, they could see them doing that. Oh, hey, well, guess what? We're going to go on a road trip, go see Uncle Grimes.
Well, yeah, or something like, it doesn't have to be the main characters of the Fear of the Walking Dead, but it could be like But I think
it'd be cool to see like Nick there. That would be neat.
Or or 2 seasons or 3 seasons in that we don't know those people because they haven't shown them Fear the Walking Dead, and they're showing right now in the Walking Dead, and then 2 or 3 seasons later they show up in the Fear the Walking Dead, and that's the way that universe connects or that world connects with the Walking Dead. Not with the main characters, just with the side characters. Like
I was really excited about at the end when Daryl and Rick got back together. When Rick got his balls back, also known as his python, I was pretty stoked.
Yeah,
when he got that gun back, I was like, I told you that gun is more symbolic in the show than the fucking axe.
I think in the TV show it is, but not so much in the comic.
I would agree with that, but
in the TV show they haven't, because in the show they haven't shown the axe or the hatchet at all. But in the comics it's shown. He has it with him all the time.
Yeah, but when it's not in the show, it's instead of missing or shown, it's like misshown.
Misshown. That's good. I
really like that they met up and everyone's back together. Because I was like, oh man, this whole half the season was dragging, but I think with that episode, it paid off. I was like, okay.
I'm just scared they're going to catch up. They're going to catch up pretty soon. Because this is almost...
I think this second half is going to build up to all-out war, and we might see some like skirmishes, like some small fights. But I think at the end of this season, season 8 is going to be all-out war. Because
season 8 is going to be all-out war? Because
I think majority of it's going to be all-out war because it's a huge part of the comics. I mean, that's 6 or 7 issues of the comic. Not to mention the preparation, March to War. March to War is like 2 or 3 comics.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess they're catching up quicker than they're publishing books.
I think they're going to add some shit because they added the wolves, and then I think the person in the boots is someone else. It's just a guess.
It could be some, what is it called, some filler.
Or they're adding more in of the. I think my gut's still with it's one of the girls from that camp.
And they're gonna ally to fight the.
I think so. But I was really excited in that preview when Rick's there in the kingdom and he's like, "Yeah, we need to work together." I'm like, "Yes." I just see Shiva rip some fucking people apart.
Every time I see that, like, Rick's voice, and then I see him in interviews and he has his British, slowly it becomes more and more comical.
It's not as like raspy either, because like when he's Rick, he's like, "Yeah, it's really big," and then it was such a great show.
Yeah, and it's such a great show. And then he goes with Rick, and he's like, and he guys goes,
Daryl.
Yeah, like, I mean, it sounds, I like it, and I'm just used to it, but it's slow. Sometimes when I realize about it, it sounds so fake.
I didn't expect Michonne to shoot that lady.
Me?
I thought she was going to be like, "Yeah, fuck it, you can get let out, whatever."
Me and my wife were talking about it, and I think the lady just wanted it. She just wanted to be out.
Some of those people in that group aren't happy, which we'll probably find out eventually, but I really remember...
What do you think is going to be the basic downfall? What is Negan's basic error in his planning?
I think for a while we're not... I mean, I think...
No, but what do you think is his weakness? What is his true weakness as a leader? The way he treats his people? Because I don't think it's the way he treats his people. I think his weakness for me...
is he's so too self-indulged.
But all leaders are like that. All true leaders are self-indulged. I think his weakness is he made a critical mistake allowing people to run around freely. Because if you don't let them to run around freely, imagine you make a parameters and you cannot leave this place. They will never be able to go talk to Hilltop. They will never be able to talk to the Kingdom. You keep them separate because individually they're ants.
I think he's too smart, but I think sometimes he's too smart for his own good because obviously something like that they probably wouldn't be able to contain that well. But I do think he's naive to not think like, oh wait, that Maggie girl might be at the Hilton.
It's not like the Maggie girl, but if you let him around, Rick is able to freely go to the Hilltop without like the "what are you doing, where are you going" scenarios. Like, oh, well, let's go here, and then he can drive to the Kingdom, and okay, well, that's my thing. It's allowing them to get the numbers, because right now, even Michelle and anybody says we do not have the numbers. Even if we wanted to, do you have the numbers? And that's able to drive and to communicate freely, having that freedom of association is the thing it destroys Negan. Because if you don't let them talk, or you don't let them talk away, and you just slowly but surely, how he does, makes them more and more weaker because you took half of their shit. And then you start looking at who's the more powerful ones and you recruit them. You start, hey, go over here. You get fed, new boots, blah, 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 blah. Join, and then slowly you start annexing them when they're too weak to actually fight. You join them in. But if you let them talk, it's like, it's like Rome by itself is big, but if you let all the barbarians from Germany join together and fight you, they're gonna fuck you up. Yeah, but I mean, when you have the numbers, like a big numbers versus itty bitty numbers is fine to easily to contain. But if small little tribes all pack them together, it's a threat.
Yeah, because his thing is, you need to go scout for us. Well, if you're busy killing their people also while they're, I think if they were nicer, like when they showed up and Rick and Aaron gave them their shit, those two dudes beat the shit out of Aaron. If I was Negan, I would beat the fuck out of those people and be like,
because those are your people. Those are the people that were. He's one dude.
Yeah.
You beat the shit out of one, and then they're like, "What do we need him for?" Shit, they fucking disrespected me, and that's why I think it's Negan. That's why he's such a great leader, because those motherfuckers are not gonna do anything because they're powerful. They're happy.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy that they can beat somebody up and no consequences. If Negan take that away, then all the shit starts to look like, well...
I really hope we get Psycho Rick back. Psycho Rick is my, full beard Rick.
Full beard?
I mean, he doesn't need to have the full beard again, but, full beard Rick was completely batshit crazy. He's just... when he hit the dude with the car, the one that tried to shoot at Sasha, you remember when Beth was taken?
Yeah.
Tried to shoot at Sasha, and then the dude was running, and he hits the guy with the car, and then the guy's like, "Oh man," he's like, "I think you broke my back or whatever," and he's like, "You could have quit running," and he's like, "No," he's like, "Fuck you," and then while he's sitting there bitching at Rick just pulls his gun out, and just "Shut up," shoots him in the face. I love that part. I want that Rick back. Or when he kills Gareth from the Terminus when they're in the church.
Yeah, it's...
No bullshit Rick. That's the Rick that we need.
I don't know. You think that would be a smart idea for Rick to go full crazy Rick? Or you think I think they need to play smart. So they can't go full crazy. Maybe... If there's a confrontation, a one-on-one versus Negan, Nick, I want to see that. But until that moment, I want to see Rick, smart and controlled.
I think he's going to be in, at least when he catches a few sabers, he's going to go into full Rick mode. Because he's got a lot of pent-up aggression around. He saw two of his friends get killed. He didn't see Olivia get shot, but...
Yeah, they should have done a better job with making me care for her.
Well, I care. I thought she was a good character. I just don't understand why they killed her. They could have killed someone else, like Tobin or something. Because
fucking Tobin.
Olivia is still in the comic. She's a kind of a crucial part of
Alexandria. But that surprises you.
Yeah, it did surprise me that they were...
That's a good thing about the show.
That is. Yeah, I like that they change it up.
I hate to say this kind of things. I want them to go through the books and the comics and even movies like The Lord of the Ring. I want it to be exactly the same, but at the same time, if they do that...
What about Thrones?
Or Thrones. Well, Thrones, any show, I want it to be... There's no... You don't get excited. There's no surprise. You lose that... if I could have went back and seen the Red Wedding without knowing what's going to happen, I'll be like, holy fucking shit.
That's how I was, dude. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. We were watching it in the apartment, and then all of a sudden, they're sitting there and they're having the wedding, and then they close the doors and they start playing the Reigns of Casimir, and I'm like, this is really weird. This feels weird. I wonder what's wrong. And then Bolton guy shows his chainmail, and I thought they were gonna attack the Lord Frey. I thought they were gonna attack him. And then all of a sudden they start fucking attacking Rob and killing him. I'm like, what? They start stabbing his wife. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, this is fucking nuts.
But imagine that experience.
That's why I quit reading the books, is because I don't want...
No, I read the books and I was like, what the fuck is fuck?
I read up to halfway through the second book, and then the Red Wedding happened, and I'm like, I'm not gonna... Not in the book, but because that doesn't happen until the third book. But
then there's the Purple Wedding that also is when Joffrey dies.
Well, see, yeah, but I didn't get to any of that part. But the Red Wedding happened in the show, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I'm done reading it," because I'll just wait till it's over.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I like it, but at the same time, if you can surprise me, there's gonna be, well, that's not how it happened, and there's the first reaction that it's no, it's wrong.
Yeah.
But they got that reaction. They got that I wasn't
expecting. That's why I love that episode, Hard Home, is because we were all just sitting there watching that episode, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, what's going on? Those dogs are barking a lot, and then all of a sudden the White Walkers attack. So,
yeah, now I'm 100% shocked. Everything that Game of Thrones does.
Speaking of things we're excited about in Thrones.
Want to talk what we're excited about 2017?
Yeah, first off, Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Thrones is, even though it's a shorter episode list, I'm pretty stoked about that. Then I would definitely say Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, 50 Shades of... I mean, what? No, that's not what I meant.
50 Darker, I think it's called.
Thor. I'm excited for Thor Ragnarok.
The second part of The Walking Dead.
The second part of Walking Dead. I think the biggest and most... I mean, other than Thrones that I'm most excited for...
Are you excited for Fast and the Furious?
Nah.
How about Baywatch?
No, I'm most excited for...
Not Baywatch?
Next November.
What's next November?
Next December.
What is it?
A little movie I like to call Star Wars Episode 8.
Are you a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean?
I am... the fourth one sucked, but I'm looking forward to see this one because the guy who's the villain is a good actor.
I'm excited about... I want to see the new King Kong movie.
King Kong looks awesome.
I also wouldn't mind the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers looks good.
Something I'm really, really excited about is the Wonder Woman. I want to see a good female superhero.
I want to see a good female superhero, and also I would like to see a good DC movie.
And then there's Logan, and that good old movie called Justice League.
Oh yeah, Justice League is out too. That's gonna be... I hope that's good too. It looks good from the preview. Of course, the other previews look good too, but I have high hopes. I'm going in positive.
With Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman and Justice League. Like, I want this to work for them. I don't want to keep going to shitty movies.
I just think I'm not sure if it's DC's fault.
It's the people that are behind it. Like, Marvel has Kevin Feige doing the movies, and he's the end-all, be-all for the sign-off. Like, before they make the movie, he has to sign off on everything. And he is, like, the ultimate fan of Marvel.
That's what it feels like. It feels like DC doesn't have... I think it's too much say, because they do really good at animated shows and movies. Yeah. So I don't understand why can they
I know they're going to change it up because the head of DC, I think one of the co-heads of DC right now, comics, is actually in charge of the movie part now.
I'm also excited to see the Ghost in the Shell and John Wick, the number 2.
John Wick 2, for sure. You know what else I'm excited for?
Jumanji?
No, there's a couple Netflix shows coming out this year next year called I don't know, Defenders.
So you're excited for Defenders?
Defenders, we got The Punisher and Iron Fist.
I'm excited for Ghost in the Shell is fun. In shows,
I'm excited.
I mean they're nothing new, so there's no new show that I'm excited for. All are that they're already been there's season 2, season 3, or the Defenders, or the Iron Fist that I consider to be not their own specific show, but they are all in the same.
I'm looking forward to the last season of Black Sails.
I haven't seen that show.
It's really good. If you like pirate shows, definitely check in.
I don't think I've ever watched a pirate show, to be honest.
Not pirated show.
Pirate show. I've never seen a pirate show.
It's good. If you're into pirate stuff, I guess, not pirate shows, pirate stuff. I am the captain now.
Stranger Things comes out next year?
Stranger Things Season 2.
That sounds like a fun show that I would like to watch.
I did watch the show on Netflix. It's called The Crown.
I watched it. It was good.
If you're a history nerd, it's a really good show to watch. It gives you a lot of backstory into how the
Queen Elizabeth,
how the monarch works, and how Parliament works, and how Queen Elizabeth started and her life. It's kind of long, so if you're not really into history,
if that was long, that was kind of short. I was craving for more.
I'm craving for more, definitely. But I've heard from a lot of people that are like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of for people that aren't history nerds."
Oh. I wish they went sooner. I would like to see her during the war, being a mechanic. I always been so intrigued about it.
Yeah.
There's only a couple pictures of her sitting next to a Range Rover, but I want to see if those 2 pictures taken and that's it, or was she really up in the gears fixing them?
There's actually a new show that's coming out this Friday that Netflix secretly dropped. It's called OV. And it's I don't know what it's really about. You just have to watch the preview. But Scott Wilson, the guy who is Herschel in Walking Dead's in it. Okay. The guy who plays Malfoy's dad and Harry Potter is in it. Mm-hmm. There's some other people in there, but it looks really good.
And what were you think that made Netflix drop it?
Well, what I mean by drop it is they randomly just were like, hey, here's this show that's coming out. Instead of like,
no, I thought you were saying like they
No.
didn't want it, so
No,
they're
they
like
didn't
fuck
keep-
it, and
no.
then the CW picked it up.
no, it basically what Netflix
So it's
is.
a Netflix show.
Yeah, what they've
Okay.
been doing instead of previewing their shows, really like, oh man, this show's coming out. Like Game of Thrones will probably start in like March. Well, fuck, they've already started previewing it.
You think I haven't seen anything? I saw this
They
video.
saw the one that our friend posted.
It's fake, isn't it?
It's fake. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely. If you watch, I watched that and I'm like, dude, this is not. You can tell the video quality for like new scenes versus throne scenes. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is
Yeah,
that shit.
there were scenes that like that's a repeat.
Yeah.
Like, that's
These are all repeats, and then you have like other new clips of people like reenacting stuff. I'm like, this is shit. This is not Thrones quality.
yeah. I wanna. I know it's gonna be something. The first teaser is gonna be just like stupid. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
like that 3-second thing that is like Jon Snow looking up,
Yeah.
and then it's like dun 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 Game of Thrones, and then it's like what for 3 months for the real trailer to come
I
out.
wonder when it's gonna come out because Comic-Con is at the. Oh, it'll probably come out in June because True Blood usually was in. Because it's the Leftovers. The last season of the Leftovers is taking Game of Thrones spot.
Okay.
And so they kind of switched.
Is there what's coming on HBO and in this next couple weeks? Is it Ballers? Would it be Ballers?
No, Ballers has already started, I think.
Oh well, I don't know. There's I'm just such a fan of HBO. They make just fucking good shows that I'm
starting
excited.
to think Netflix is as good.
Netflix is good. But Netflix hasn't quite yet been. I mean, they're so new, so it's kind of unfair to compare them because HBO has done show after show after show
Oh, yeah.
after show. Netflix has done.
But for their run for a matter of maybe 2 or 3 years of putting out TV shows of their own, like
That
Netflix
is
series,
true. That is true.
it's been back to back awesome. Like The Crown, I didn't even really know what it was about. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to watch it, and it was really good. I watched this Australian show that's on there that's about these people that come back from the dead for some reason. Some pharmaceutical company that's in the town basically helps resurrect them. It was really good.
What else? Orange is the New Black. Arrested Development. I don't consider that an original.
No.
But
Orange is the New Black is. That's a really good show.
But
All
Arrested
the Marvel
Development.
shows.
Then they had the last season there.
Yeah.
They picked the last season. So they're good, dude.
I'm excited for another.
They're not good at kids shows, I notice. Even though I don't watch them too much,
Why do you watch kids shows?
I don't watch them. But
all right, whatever. If that's your thing, man, it's cool.
if it is, it's cool. I just don't see.
I like Blue's
Is Teen
Clues.
Titans on Netflix?
No, it's a Cartoon Network show.
Oh.
Speaking of Cartoon Network and new shows, new Dragon Ball Z starts in January 7th.
Is it still Super?
Yeah, it's Super, the new well, it's the English dub version. Obviously, it's been going on in Japan, but now it's the actual, our normal Dragon Ball Z voice actors are in there.
I don't know. I try to watch a couple episodes and it doesn't appeal me as much as it used to. Blue hair Goku and there's a pink hair
But
Goku.
you're just not as big enough fan as I am.
I can whoop you in any trivia on Dragon Ball, Z, and Dragon Ball GT.
Maybe.
I can tell you. Let's see. But I think that's pretty much it of what we're excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out next year. Obviously, we can update that. I'm excited for season 8 of Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, did we talk about Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, it looks good, but I'm just like, I mean, just end it, man. Like, just stop.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun to watch.
It's a cash machine.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it just seems like.
And instead of like them doing the same thing, they're like, "Oh yeah, Dominic Toretto's the bad guy now." I'm like, "What?"
But he's not really the bad guy.
Something's
he's being forced to do it for some reason in the world. Like you're not.
The Mummy looks good.
I don't know. I need to see more. I really need to see more.
I'm looking. I only reason why I'm looking forward to that. Because, I'm just not really a Tom Cruise kind of guy. But I'm looking forward to
the
it
Mission
because...
Impossibles were good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because of the whole monster
He made a
universe.
shit ton of good movies now that I'm thinking about it.
I mean...
He made a shit ton of good movies.
Yeah, I mean, Top Gun's...
Tell me one bad one. Or give me 3 bad Tom Cruise movies.
It's not about him...
As an actor,
I'm just not-
as like a person.
You know, even as an actor, like, just some of his movies, I'm just like, meh, I'm just not really a fan of them.
I mean, Top Gun was a good movie. You can't deny that.
I like The Last Samurai.
The Last Samurai, the Mission Impossibles, they're all. I mean, he does not make bad movies. I mean, you mean
Sometimes you just aren't fans of stuff, and I'm just not a fan of.
It doesn't tickle your tickle.
Nah, it doesn't pickle my tickle.
It doesn't tickle your pickle.
Well, I think that's about it.
Is there anything that I did at Google?
Sad news. I don't know if anybody watched it, but they canceled Marco Polo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watched the first season.
The second season's pretty good too, but yeah, they canceled it. Which, I mean, I'm sad about, but not really, because that's just one less show I have to watch. Oh, White Rabbit Project on Netflix is pretty good. It's basically MythBusters without Adam.
Oh, I saw them. Yeah, I saw them. They told me
the three. It's Grant, Tori, and Carrie. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Have you watched the Grand Tour?
Is that good?
I
still need to watch.
You need to like. You have to like Top Gun. If you don't like Top Gun, you won't like this.
I've never seen. I still need to watch Top Gun.
Well, it's a good sport to start because it's just 3 episodes and it's basically the same fucking thing. Like if you see Top Gun and Top Gear. Sorry, if you see Top Gear and you watch.
So if you watch Highway to the Danger Zone. That's the song from Top Gun because you said Top Gun.
Oh.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
I think that's it. The trailer of Spider-Man came out. It looks amazing.
Spider-Man looks awesome.
What else? I think it's
Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm excited for it.
Games. We didn't talk about that.
Games for next year. Red Dead Redemption 2. By far. Ghost Recon, the new one that's coming out, looks really good because it's like an open world map and you're trying to take on the cartel. So it looks pretty neat. You get to just drive whatever, fly whatever, do whatever you want to do.
I think it's Honored or Dishonored.
No, For Honor.
For Honor. That looks like fun too. So there's a couple games that are coming up that seems pretty good too.
I'm mainly excited just for Red Dead. So stoked for that fucking game.
It does.
I think that's it.
Alright.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Two Ordinary Nerds. Email us at twoordinarynerds@gmail.com.
And cheers.
Cheers.